A barcode or barcode is a method of representing data in a visual, machine-readable form. Initially, barcodes represented data by varying the widths, spacings, and sizes of parallel lines. These barcodes, now commonly referred to as linear or one-dimensional, can be scanned by special optical scanners, called barcode readers, of which there are several types. Later, two-dimensional variants were developed, using rectangles, dots, hexagons and other patterns, called matrix codes or 2D barcodes, although they do not use bars as such. 2D barcodes can be read using purpose-built 2D optical scanners, which exist in a few different forms. 2D barcodes can also be read by a digital camera connected to a microcomputer running software that takes a photographic image of the barcode and analyzes the image to deconstruct and decode the 2D barcode. A mobile device with an inbuilt camera, such as smartphone, can function as the latter type of 2D barcode reader using specialized application software. The barcode was invented by Norman Joseph Woodland and Bernard Silver and patented in the U.S. in 1952. The invention was based on Morse code that was extended to thin and thick bars. However, it took over 20 years before this invention became commercially successful. UK magazine Modern Railways December 1962 pages 387-389 record how British Railways had already perfected a barcode reading system capable of correctly reading rolling stock travelling at 100 miles per hour with no mistakes, but the system was abandoned when privatisation of the railways took place. An early use of one type of barcode in an industrial context was sponsored by the Association of American Railroads in the late 1960s. Developed by General Telephone and Electronics and called CarTrack ACI, this scheme involved placing colored stripes in various combinations on steel plates which were affixed to the sides of railroad rolling stock. 2 plates were used per car, one on each side, with the arrangement of the colored stripes encoding information such as ownership, type of equipment, and identification number. The plates were read by a trackside scanner located, for instance, at the entrance to a classification yard, while the car was moving past. The project was abandoned after about 10 years because the system proved unreliable after long-term use. Barcodes became commercially successful when they were used to automate supermarket checkout systems, a task for which they have become almost universal. The Uniform Grocery Product Code Council had chosen, in 1973, the barcode design developed by George Laura. Laura's barcode, with vertical bars, printed better than the circular barcode developed by Woodland and Silver. Their use has spread to many other tasks that are generically referred to as automatic identification and data capture. The first scanning of the now ubiquitous Universal Product Code barcode was on a pack of Wrigley's chewing gum in June 1974 at a Marsh supermarket in Troy, Ohio, using a scanner made by Photographic Sciences Corporation. QR codes, a specific type of 2D barcode, have recently become very popular due to the growth in smartphone ownership. Other systems have made inroads in the AIDC market, but the simplicity, universality, and low cost of barcodes has limited the role of these other systems, particularly before technologies such as radio frequency identification became available after 1995. Premise: set in 1970s Long Island, 9-year-old J.R. McGuire and his mother Dorothy move back in with his grandparents following the dissolution of her relationship with his father. There, he forms a bond with his uncle Charlie, the owner of a local bar. Charlie acts as a surrogate father to J.R. and encourages him in his pursuit of becoming a successful writer. J.R.'s mother is determined that he will go to Yale or Harvard and become a lawyer. Cast: Ben Affleck as Charlie McGuire, Ty Sheridan as J.R. McGuire, Daniel Ranieri as young J.R., Ron Livingston as future J.R., Lily Raby as Dorothy McGuire, Christopher Lloyd as Grandpa McGuire, Max Martini as the voice, Johnny Michaels, J.R.'s father. Sandra James as Grandma McGuire, Michael Braun as Bobo, Matthew Delamater as Joey D, Max Casella as Chief, Renzi Feliz as Wesley, Yvonne Leung as Jimmy, Brianna Middleton as Sydney. Production. The project initially began development in 2013 at Sony Pictures and Chernin Entertainment, with Ted Melfi set as writer and director. Upon his exit, Sony placed the project into turnaround, with Amazon Studios picking up the rights in July 2020. George Clooney entered negotiations to direct the film from a screenplay by William Monahan. Clooney was also attached to produce the film alongside his Smokehouse Pictures producing partner Grant Heslov. Ted Hope was also announced as a producer under his first-look deal at Amazon Studios. Clooney was confirmed as director in December 2020, with Ben Affleck entering negotiations to star. Affleck's role was confirmed in February 2021, along with the casting of Ty Sheridan and Lily Rabe as the leads. In March 2021, Christopher Lloyd, Sandra James, Max Martini, Michael Braun, Matthew Delamater, Max Casella, Renzi Feliz, Yvonne Leung, Brianna Middleton, and Daniel Ranieri joined the cast. Principal photography began on February 22, 2021 at various locations in eastern Massachusetts, and concluded on April 14. Filming sites included the Belvedere neighborhood of Lowell, downtown Beverly, Massachusetts, the Granite Park neighborhood of Braintree, and a vacant restaurant building at South Shore Plaza, also in Braintree. Release. The film premiered at the London Film Festival on October 10, 2021. It had a limited theatrical release on December 17, 2021, prior to streaming on Prime Video on January 7, 2022. Reception.